I would have like heavy gear protecting my phone.
But she probably has like 3 insurance plans for the cupboards.
Wow. First you attack my college, then you attack my community.
What? Come on. I love the good juice.
I learned too much. Hi guys, welcome back to This Is Not a Podcast. This is short at 10:30 in the morning.
And it shows.
Yeah, I have no energy. The only person who looks happy to be here is Joel.
And Susie. Hey.
Susie doesn't look as happy as Joel.
Because she was out late yesterday.
I wasn't out late. I was with family.
That's still out late.
Okay, fair.
Doesn't mean you're like, come on.
What do you guys do in the weekend?
I actually didn't do anything. I just went out with family and that's it. And I ate KFC. Like it's like a weekly tradition for me. And that's it.
Is KFC in the Middle East better than KFC anywhere else in the world?
Oh my God. I know it's better than India for sure. Like,
And you got 1 point something billion people against you.
no, oh my
It took
God.
3 seconds.
Come on, like, dude, like,
Being a
I think
higher PR
everyone,
person.
I've had KFC, like, I think in 3 or 4 states in India, and I've had the one here in Gises. And the Gises one just slaps, dude. Like, it's something else. It's crispier, and like, the fries are nice, and yeah, like, Dubai KFC is something else.
No,
Well,
but I've
yeah.
heard that from a lot of people.
But
That
have you had KFC anywhere else besides Indian UAE?
Yeah, I do this thing wherever I travel.
Oh.
I go have KFC there just to like compare it to Dubai and then rave about how good Dubai KFC is.
It's one of those Dubai kids, you know.
So what's the ranking like so far?
UAE.
So-
UAE.
Dubai would be first, second would be London.
That would be Sharjah.
Fourth is Gises again.
And third would be, I guess, Georgia. Georgia was really good. And then like, I don't remember the other countries. So
Okay.
No
people,
comment.
What about
keep
you?
it
Do you
there.
like KFC?
No.
You don't
I like the fries. I like the spicy fries. That's the best part. I'm more of a... I like pickle. Pickle's good. Pickl, pickle.
Is that one of the culturally...
That's a different tax bracket, dude. Like,
Pickle?
Come on, man.
But pickle was like when I had the burgers there, I felt like it was pretty overrated. Like it was.
I think you're pretty overrated.
Calm down, bro. It's 10:30 in the morning, man.
Good morning.
Just take it easy, man. It's a Monday. I've never woken up this early in my life.
No. I mean, look, there's a specific thing that you should get from there.
Like what? Like what?
The simple chicken sando is really good. I think it's like a very nice deep fried chicken experience. That's nice. But other than that, I don't
very
really...
good deep fried
How
chicken
much-
experience.
Dude,
Wow.
How much is pickle paid you for this?
Yeah, I've never seen him take us to any other burger place other than pickle.
Yeah, he keeps talking about pickle.
It's not... I mean, I like... what's that other one called? Crush Burger. That's the best.
Oh yeah, dude,
Crush burger is
that's
really
good.
good.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really good. KRUSH burger.
Fair enough.
Joel 20.
Okay, but as kids born, you guys are born in Dubai?
I was born in Kerala,
Okay.
and then 2 years later I came here.
But raised in Dubai.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, what are your quintessential Dubai experiences you have? Like, you guys are Dubai kids.
Yeah.
What are the...
I think for me, it's always like Kook al Chai.
what is Google Chai like?
Kook al Chai is kind of this, it's a chai spot, right? Like you go in, you honk, you get the chai for like 1 dirham or whatever it is. And you park in the parking lot, which has perpetually been under construction. And, you open up the boot of your car and have chai with your friends and you talk. And like some of our friends have become so good at this that they have like these foldable chairs in their car that they bring out the chairs and like we just sit, camp out over there. It's kind of like, that's one of the, quintessential Dubai experiences. I think a lot of my friends started doing it since they got their driving licenses, and some of us got on after we got a driving license at 21. So yeah.
What's your go-to order?
There's only chai, bro.
There's just one like...
Then there's some Oman chips thing as well, right?
Yeah.
The parota.
Yeah,
But
this I've heard of.
I
With
tried that.
cheese
I tried
and
that. It was
Yeah,
great.
yeah, yeah.
chips.
Yeah, but that I would have. Where did you try it from?
No. I tried
We
it in
tried from
Google Chai.
Seashell. Where did you try
I
it
tried it
from?
in Google Chai, bro.
Yeah,
I went to
did you?
Google Chai like 3 days after.
Guys, he's
we-
bullshitting. He had the saddle version of this Oman chips, which is a different tax bracket.
Guys, for
also.
context, Joel loves taking us to expensive places. You know why? You know.
And then I
you
stopped
know
going to them.
yeah. Yeah, because
Yeah.
like I'm so used to the expensive places. Like Saddle is the first place Joel took us to, and like I love Saddle. Like I was there last night, like literally 9 hours ago. But after going to Saddle, I'm so desensitized to price that we went to Kukulshai like 5 days back, and the tea was 1 dirham, and I was like, wait, what? There's only one. Like,
he felt
like
like
I
he
felt
didn't
like
do
I felt like I wasn't there, you know. Like, and it was like,
Dude, it's a trap, dude. I felt that with him like the first, I guess, 1 year I hung out with him. He kept taking me to expensive places. And then I remember he took me to this one place and cake was like 80 bucks.
What are you talking about?
You took me to Hamptons or something.
We had a meeting.
We had, whatever. The hazelnut cake
the
was
meeting
80
wasn't worth it, Joel.
83
No, she
bucks.
kept going back for the cake.
83 bucks. And then I kept going back for
Is the cake good?
To be fair, it was good. But it's 83
And
bucks.
dude, she doesn't come to like my side of Dubai at all, ever, for anything, because she's like, oh my god, it's so far. You live in Abu Dhabi or whatever, right? And then for this, she'd be like, on a random Saturday, she'd be like, yeah, I'm at Hamptons. You mean the one next to like Emirates Hills, which is all the way on the other side of town? And she'd be like, yeah, that's 80 dirham cake.
80 dirham cake, yeah.
That's a you problem.
Yeah, after that, I went to Cheesecake Factory and I'm like, oh, only 40 bucks. That's fine.
Yeah.
He does
That's
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like whichever place he takes us, like it's nice. It's expensive, but it's good.
Yeah, except for
not-
pickle.
You should try, go to the Guild. It's nice. Business lunch is doable. Good.
I'll take a loan and
Yeah.
and
You
apply
need
for
to
the loan
take a
because it
loan.
sounds like a place where I need to go.
Can I
No,
get a
trust me, you
loan
do.
from your loan?
Okay, what about you? Dubai experience. growing
My
up?
Dubai
Yeah.
experience. So there are two kinds of schools. There's like the upper schools and then like the hood.
Where
like-
Joel went and where?
No,
Where I went.
dude. Come on. There's way more upper school than
No, but
where
you
I
would fall
went.
on the upper middle class category, okay?
Okay.
Like Cambridge is like, you went to Cambridge, guys,
Yeah,
okay?
Okay,
They're
but
just
give us
like-
a division. Give us a
Okay.
because we have no context of any of those schools.
So there's like Repton, Jumeirah College.
Yeah,
And then
Dubai
like,
College,
Yeah,
yeah.
then Cambridge and then like 50 feet of crap. And then there's our own IHS and a bunch of other Indian schools. Guys, no hate to any of these schools. Like I had a great time. But we did this thing where after exams, we would all go to DCC. DCC is basically Dera City Center. And there was this magic planet there. And that's where we met boys. Because all of these schools, it was like girls separate, boys separate.
Okay, it's not a co-ed setup.
No.
Oh.
Most Indian schools here are like not co-ed.
Segregated.
Yeah. So after exams, we would all just meet at DCC and that's where we found our boyfriends. Like,
even now they're segregated.
yeah.
That's
Wait,
crazy.
so that's where you found. Oh, how'd that go?
No, that's that's where I went to see boys, like as a group.
like
It was like going to the zoo.
like the mannequins, the boy
To be
mannequins.
fair, they came there to see us as well. You know, it was just like a thing. Like,
Like, how old were you guys when you guys went to Magic Planet to see each
we
other?
were like 13, 14, okay?
Is it Magic Planet like an arcade place?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like we would all post on Facebook saying LMS if you're going to DCC. LMS was a thing, like my status.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah.
Oh my god. Like my status.
This is
Yeah, yeah.
Facebook?
Yeah.
Are we in
We all-
Facebook generation? Okay.
Yeah, we all were like on Facebook and then we would just like put up like a post saying LMS if you're going to DCC. And then we all would like each other's statuses and we would just go to DCC and hang out there. And that's like the core thing we used to do as a Dubai kid.
Damn.
You ever in Magic Planet, bro? Are you selling real estate in Magic Planet?
No, I actually did not end up in Magic Planet enough, I have to say. So yeah, I was more of a bookworm in school. I didn't
So
really
wait,
go.
your school also didn't have co-ed? Like,
No, we were always like co-ed.
You were higher up in the hierarchy. so-
Exactly.
Yes.
In this part of the tax.
Oh, so you didn't have to go to Magic Planet. What the hell? Just say that.
No. I mean, yeah, fair. We didn't have to like. We can just.
If
look
you
through
wanted to see the hood girls, then the girls from the hood.
No, but you know, it's interesting. Now there's like a school that's going to cost $54,000 a year for fees, right? That's like 200,000 dirhams roughly for annual fees for your school.
What are they doing in the school?
What?
They like robotics labs, like all sorts of crazy stuff. But because there's so many billionaires and millionaires moving to Dubai now, they're like, okay, cool. Like there's a market for this. Because these are typically in like the boarding schools of Switzerland and like this kind of stuff. And now they're bringing it here as well. So Repton is great, but now there's a level above Repton.
God.
So your 50 feet
That's
of crab
like
became
20
500
times
feet.
our own fees, dude. Oh my
But
God.
Repton is like what, a British school, like an American
It looks like
school?
Hogwarts.
It's a Hogwarts kind of
Yeah.
school. Yeah. It's like, can I vlog there?
Yeah.
No, literally.
It
If
looks
you,
like Hogwarts.
yeah, literally, if you go past it, it looks like Hogwarts.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's not an Indian school. It's like
No, it's a
No.
British kind of British, right? I think.
I never engaged with
I never
any
engaged
of that, so I don't know.
So the only place that we'd meet these people is at these inter-school debate competitions or sports. I didn't do sports, so I don't know. But like debate
Oh my
is
God,
where
yeah.
I met them.
World Scholars Cup, right?
Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these kind of things.
But in those competitions, were they better than the kids?
No, actually, Cambridge was the best. Cambridge used to like sweep all the prizes, and then I think second would be like my school.
Yeah, we weren't too bad.
So basically, they're paying like a high fee for nothing.
No, it's kind of up to you, right? What you
Yeah.
make of your education. Like you can have the best resources
Yeah.
and still like not do anything.
Yeah,
with
but
it,
I mean,
right?
you'd assume with so much investment in education and something like you'd have like some sort of a step up.
So I'll tell you the context, right? Like we went to this competition called World Scholars Cup. It's like this annual tournament of like all the schools, high schools in the world coming together and they're debating, essay writing, like quizzing, all this kind of like, think nerds of nerds. Like that's what it was. And you get a medal for just being there. Like it was nuts, right? So there's a 3 rounds like to this thing. Like you have a regional round in whichever area you're in. Then you have a global round in one country like Singapore or something like that. And then you have a final round in Yale, like the university in Connecticut, right? So like we got to this interesting, I think we both qualified for the Tournament of Champions, which was in Yale. I ended up being like lucky enough to go because the global round I did was actually in Dubai. So we didn't have to pay anything extra for that. So could make it to this. Anyways. When we went to that competition, all the Repton or like, Jumeirah College kids flew like business class or first class kind of a thing. And we were like trying to find the cheapest airline ticket to go, right? Because it's like already an expensive flight. So that's kind of the difference. But when we won like number 1 in debate or number 1 in like, all these kind of these things, we're just like, it doesn't really matter, right? It's kind of like what you do with the resources
plus I feel
you're
like
given. Yeah.
From my experience, because we also went to a similar setup where he went to like the elite school and
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's okay. But I feel like the drive and the hunger in my kind of school or like your kind of school would be a little more because you don't really have anything to fall back on. It's like what you build of yourself. So I think that's also like a bit of a difference because when you're already used to all those luxuries and stuff, you just expect it to come without you having to work for it, right?
Also, it kind of makes you a little bit entrepreneurial in a way, right? But
He's gonna
like,
go on
that's
a-
how he
He
squeezes
has realized that if
entrepreneurial.
nobody laughs at his jokes, he will laugh. He will do what horse does. He has a lot of.
That was not me, guys. The audience was smiling,
There are
laughing.
sounds that are coming out that I've never heard before.
I feel like he's gone for so many sales pitch meetings right now that
I'm like, please, this is the last.
like when they don't respond, he only responds.
and he speaks in paragraphs,
Okay, no, man, I lost my train of thought. It's fine. Let's get back to the.
No, but my question to you guys is, if you guys are wildly successful and have all the money in the world, which school would you send your kids to? Are you sending your kids to, like,
I think I would send them to Cambridge.
not the Reptons, not the most
This is
high-end
enough,
school?
dude. Like, yeah.
Okay, so
He
But then-
turned out fine, so
But
you know.
but there's another school of thought that, like, for example, you go to these elite colleges, you go to these elite schools because the contacts you make, that's what impacts you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Because, like, that makes a huge difference. Like, you go to school with, for example, the Ambanis, then they are like your childhood buddies.
Yeah.
Then they're just one phone call away. It's different from, like,
Yeah.
trying to make a contact with them right now when you're all grown up. So
it's basically where you go determines whether you're friends with CEOs or managers.
Fair.
So this is an interesting thing, right? Like I find that a lot of my friends that have other Ambanis or any other people as friends, they can't really do too much business with them. Like they party with them for sure. They get to go on the jets and all this kind of stuff. But like I don't know how many of them do business, but anyways, I'm sure they do, and like stuff like that. And like, to be honest, my take would have not been Cambridge actually. Like, cause like any parent, my parents looked at this as, what is the best thing that we can give our child? We're like, okay, Cambridge and Cambridge, our own and our, whatever it is, right? They're doing their best and they're like this. And it would be the same for me, right? Like, I'd be like, okay, well, if I can afford something, like my kid should go to the best thing possible. Like, that's my view on it. And like the networking stuff and all that is great, but I think the best school is at home, right? Like, kind of like, what are the values you kind of learn at home? Because like, I learned that alcohol was not going to be a thing for me growing up itself, just from home. Like, my parents would just like never like for that. And as a result, I didn't end up like doing that in uni, right? Like, it just wasn't a thing for me. But all of my friends did drink, right? Like, and that's just kind of like the habits and like the schools of thought that you have at home is actually what ends up like, you know, getting amplified, I would say, to a large extent, or maybe even the counter of that, right? Like, some people are so caged up that they're like waiting to go to uni and like explode. But I don't know. Yeah, I think if you can teach them the right values at home, then like having the network of a prestigious school or whatever is like a plus. If you can afford it, like, why wouldn't you give your kids the best education possible?
Yeah, of course. But I mean, I agree with what you're saying, but I also think that it's important to sort of find your way where you're surrounded with people who can sort of put you in a better position, right?
Yeah.
Like, when I compare myself to people who were probably like studying in a better university and with what they've ended up doing in life, as an average, it's always been like they've been like founders, they've been like at higher like managerial positions and C-level executives and stuff, versus someone who's not studied at that level.
I think it's interesting. Like, you have to kind of optimize for the thing that you care about, right? Like, for me, I went to LSE. Sorry.
I'm sleeping at this time, bro.
Anyways, but none of my friends are like, you know, founders or anything like that. Like, nobody's doing what I'm doing, like, or nobody's in
Who
my
said
space.
LSE was at that level?
Huh? What are you? Wait, I'm sorry. What? Why are you? What are you chatting about? Like, which uni did you go to?
What
Xavier's,
car is
right?
your Bugatti?
I went to the Oxford of India. I went to Xavier's.
I went to the Oxford of India, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, Xavier's is pretty high up.
it's a good.
Dude, I went to the SRCC or the St. Stephen's of the UK, whatever. No, but like, my point is, it's
After doing all the PR of, it's about the values which you get at home. He has shattered all Indian. He has shattered all the best Indian colleges.
No,
Good luck, mate.
No, I love
Just say
St.
this.
Stephen's.
No. Now
Let me
don't
just say this.
Yeah.
LSE, the equivalent to LSE in India is Xavier's. It's not Stephen's. Stephen's would be a Cambridge or an Oxford.
So you didn't go to Oxford. So why you?
no, I'm a thing.
Went to the Oxford of India, apparently. Like, whatever. Anyways, my point is, like, I didn't have any entrepreneurial friends. But that said, if I did go to a Stanford or something like that, it might have been more useful for me. Like, because there I'm surrounded by like-minded.
Yeah.
So maybe going to unis where you're surrounded by like-minded people, like, she's super creative. Like, maybe being in a more creative environment might have helped her, like, hit her like growth coefficient like much like faster.
All these big words, optimizing, coefficient.
Hey, I'm just making up shit. That's what we do. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
What is the answer that you guys would send your kids to the best school, best colleges, or like?
Yeah, if I can afford it, yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I don't think I would. I want to keep them grounded.
Classic Xavier's.
Yeah.
just
No, I'd
came
keep
to
them
the
grounded
point
at
Yeah.
home, but I would, because I'm genuinely like, I'm so like, my belief in this has been like, I don't know, it's just so strong now because I've observed like even my cousins who've been to like better off schools or friends who've been to better schools, I feel like the difference is very apparent, and keeping them grounded is something you have to do at home.
Fair enough.
Like
yeah.
whether you go to a better school or not, if you're not keeping them like grounded at home, they're going to result in the same sort of, I don't know, whatever upbringing. I don't know what I'm saying, dude. It's too early.
No, I get it.
But yeah, basically, yeah, it's.
That's why LSE
Susanna
is
is just
LSE.
the best.
Just laugh.
Sarah's like, I get it. Whatever.
No,
Whatever.
I
you
get
say.
It's
I
what
get
you
the
do at
vibe.
home is what's going to make the difference.
Dude, these guys just copy what the hell we say, bro. Like, this, come on.
It's just easier for people to understand when I say it.
Fair enough. Yeah. That is true though.
Next time we should have a podcast at 8 in the morning, bro. Then nothing will make sense.
That is just such a fun experiment.
Yeah, no.
Someday I'll be 2 hours late.
But okay. No, I was saying that as Dubai kids, when you guys compare yourselves to kids who've grown up in India, do you see like a difference? Very like
I think the whole point of this episode is to get us cancelled. Like
No, I think I can like answer that really well.
Yeah.
Like, I
Go for
studied
it.
here and in India, right? Like,
Yeah.
I grew up here. Then for university, I went to NIT,
India,
which
yeah.
is So it was crazy because I went there and they saw my name. They're like Susanna Mariam John. First of all, Christian name. Someone literally came to me and they're like, "Oh, you're not Indian." Like that's the first thing I heard. And professors would treat you differently because they're like, "Oh, you were born with a silver spoon," which is fair. Like I get it. We were privileged to grow up here. But one thing is, you cannot compete with kids over there, dude. Like, because they went to these coaching centers. They were like, literally, they were born and like all their parents put them in these coaching centers. And we were like chilling out here, right? So that was like the biggest thing over there, like competing with them. And obviously, they haven't seen a lot of the outside world. Most of my friends over there, they've probably seen like their own like state. That's it. So their whole perception of the world is also very, very different.
Yeah, there's no exposure.
Yeah, there's like zero exposure. So yeah, as a Dubai kid, like that's how it looks like to me at least. Yeah.
I mean, there's like people from like 180 nationalities in Dubai, right? Congregating in one place. It forces you to be, to kind of like get to another level of social kind of interaction.
Yeah.
And I'm sure like, you know, the smartest people everywhere will have the same like appetite for that. But I think it just forces you when you're much younger, right? Like normally when you enter the workforce is kind of when you have to like really like get up to speed on that. Here it's much before that, I would say. So that's kind of like a big difference, I think. Sometimes I do feel quite like, you know, you get this NRI like stamp on you the second you say you're from Dubai, and I wish it wasn't like that. Because to be honest, whenever you ask us like where are you from, we'll say I'm from India, but I live in Dubai, right? Like, or like I've grown up in Dubai. So we still have the identity piece of like, yeah, I'm Indian, right? And like, but then if you go to anywhere in India, like just because of the accent or anything like that, like all of a sudden it's just like, you're not one of us, bro. So it's like, then you're in this interesting loop where like, oh yeah, I'm not from here. I'm not from here. Where the hell am I from?
In fact, in my uni, I think they used to rag NRIs a lot. Like there was a lot of ragging. It was crazy. Like people got slapped, hit and all that. So as much as we can, we would try to be less NRI. So in our first year, we would just wear kurtis to class every day just so that they wouldn't figure out that we're NRI, because it's so evident, like, you know, the way we dress and everything. So yeah, that's how it was. Oh, and there was this one instance where I was introducing myself to this one girl and I was like, "Hey, I'm from Kerala." And she's like, "Oh, is that in Madras?"
Oh my God.
No.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like they've just seen their state and that's it. Like
No, but North Indians are generally very, very ignorant of the South. For them, it's just Madras and that's it.
Oh no way.
Yeah. Like it's just that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wild. Yeah.
Crazy.
But do you guys feel at home here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like totally, completely. Like it doesn't feel like you're in a different country.
I think I feel more at home here than in India for sure. Because it's like everyone's so nice. Like we know everyone here. And Dubai is such a small world. Like you go anywhere, you'll meet someone you know.
Yeah.
Like,
But I think it's also because you all have grown up here. Like your formative years
That's true.
are from Dubai itself.
yeah, but you spend 1 year here and I'm telling you, you'll also feel the same way.
But then you guys live in such a global city, but do you know other nationalities as well, or do you just know like Indians?
Malayalis.
Yeah, no, I think we know a lot of Malayalis for sure, right? Because we're from Kerala. But like that said, we have a lot of different friends from like the UK, from other parts of Europe, and like it's crazy.
Other parts
There's
of Middle East as well.
100%. Yeah, there's a ton of that, and just by virtue of being here, you're much more like having this like much more of a global outlook, because look, you do want to still study abroad and stuff like that. You still want to, you know, go to Europe or America to educate yourself, kind of thing. Even if you don't want to work there, you just want to study like somewhere else. So you, by virtue of that, you're just like global outlook always. And the thing about the MENA region is like this market alone is not big enough to like build huge financial outcomes if you're in like the startup space. Like
explain what MENA is, no?
like the Middle East and North Africa, right? Like if you're like, sorry, but like, you know,
everyone's smart, bro.
No,
He speaks in sales.
no, but like it's not big enough to like customer wise to build a big enough like $1 billion company. And as a result, you have to think Europe, you have to think America, otherwise you can't. Whereas if you're in America, the market's so big, like 330 million people with like one of the highest GDP per capita, and then you're like, oh, I can just build a business here, I can become a $10 billion company, easy. But you can't do that here in a population of 4 million in Dubai, 10 million in the UAE. Like, you know, it's not as easy. So you have to think global is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, we do have friends who are like from all sorts of like different
all sorts
backgrounds.
of crazy backgrounds. Yeah.
When you said startup world, right, and you're based out of Dubai, do you guys have like, I mean, UAE is considered to be a very rich country, right? So do you guys have like a fund where they invest in startups, but like Dubai based and not like because you are raising funds in Europe and the US and stuff?
I think I'm happy to say this on record as well and like piss off every MENA region VC, but I think most MENA region VCs are very bearish, like in the context of
nobody knows what bearish means. Oh my God.
Are very, they're like very like, you know, not real seed stage investors kind of a thing. So like in America, it's like, oh, you failed once, you've worked on this thing before, this is what you did before, cool, interesting, and you're working on this idea, the market's big, this and that, like you know, team is great, we give you money, right? Here it's kind of like a little bit more tight, and that's just because America has had like way more IPOs and things like that. So there's a lot more rich people, right? So here there are definitely rich people, but it's like not permeated into the VC landscape, which is, you know, very different. Like it's not the national population that's fully into the VC thing. There's like a mix of everyone, right? So yeah, that's kind of like, we don't really raise too much from MENA funds, just because like most of them don't understand. But the industry across the board gets it. But yeah, VCs don't necessarily get it.
I didn't understand a lot of it, but
They're basically not willing to spend money.
No, that they don't have a high risk appetite, basically.
fair enough.
What you
Yeah,
said.
that makes sense.
Xavier's.
How does a VC firm work? Like, how do they how do they identify what company works and what doesn't? Like,
I mean, so I think in short, VCs are also like, so some may be industry specific, some may be agnostic, and then they basically have different investment principles. And then you scout a particular industry, you see what's doing well, what product's doing well, and then you identify which players sort of in the market.
And you're kind of taking the bets that will be successful 10 years from now. Like everything that you invest in stocks today, 10 years ago, some institutional fund went like, oh, like a VC went like, oh, these guys are going to be the next big thing, and then gave them some money.
but VCs are also like several people putting the money into one fund.
Correct.
And then
Yeah.
Even VCs have to raise money, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah. And they raise money from like ultra rich people who are like, they got so much money that they're like done with the stocks, done with real estate. They're like, we need like, you know, another way to like generate outsized returns. So they're like, okay, let's do VC and like see what happens, or private equity, see what happens.
Yeah. It's, you've seen Silicon Valley, right?
The
Oh
show.
my God, I love that show.
Yeah.
I have not really watched too much of it.
Really?
You told me you
You'll
liked
really like
it.
it.
Pied Piper, like I know the basic, this thing I've seen like maybe a
it
little
reminds me of Jared.
The fuck? Who's that? Is he hot?
I'm joking.
Is he hot? He's tall. He's a little ghoulish.
But he's actually a very endearing character.
He's very sweet though.
Yeah.
You're not Jared. But
No, he's not
for
Jared.
some reason, you like the way
He's the main guy.
the way you're talking right now.
Like
Jared is
Richard?
the main guy.
Yeah.
No, he can't be
Isn't
Richard.
Richard?
Richard is very nervous. He'd be the guy with the
No, but
McLaren.
I'm not like.
Not,
With the-
you're not nervous, but like the way Richard is.
He's the guy with the McLaren, the one who comes.
You know, it's interesting.
Wait,
The
the
one
guy who
with the zeros or the
Tres Comas.
painting.
The owner of Tres Comas.
I think so.
He's the one with the painting with the number of
He
zeros.
comes and says he looks at Jared and he's like, this guy fucks. That guy.
Okay, I don't remember this.
He's my favorite.
I want to
character.
send the link to this podcast to your mom.
It's okay. She knows I swear.
Oh,
That was so
that's
cute.
right. She knows I swear. Nice.
She keeps sending me influencer profiles and she's like, look, they're making this much money. You should also get
That
it.
is so cute.
That-
Since you're so into marketing, have you ever thought of like the influencer life? Like, hey, I want to be an influencer.
Yeah,
Because I've seen a
dude.
couple of posts where you're like, yeah, I'm gonna
I
start.
want to, but I don't have time.
Can I just say Joel's stomach has been growling?
I'm so sorry. I was. Why are you pointing out, dude?
That was just, I thought it came from there, bro.
Wow.
He's hungry.
I'm hungry.
Oh, dude, he gets hangry. Oh my god.
I'm not
Yeah.
hungry. I'm
Yeah,
not-
sometimes he's cancelled meetings because he's
Oh
hungry.
my
No, I just don't.
Mina's biggest VCs want to invest, but Joel's hungry.
Just feed me, bro. Like I'll do my work.
Like me and
you know.
Drishti are in between like a very important meeting and he's just sitting there looking at us with his like, his nose is like fuming.
His
I
mouth
need
is
to eat,
frothing.
bro. I need to eat. Come on, like it's just what it is.
Yeah, but tell us, yeah.
Oh, about the influencer life?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have
I
you ever
really-
thought of it? Like,
I think of it every day where I'm
Okay.
just like,
It's a lot
I
of
know
thinking.
if I try, maybe I can. And I don't know
No,
who
what's
told me
stopping you?
this. They're like, if you post long enough, you'll eventually like become an influencer. Like that's.
I mean,
just how
that's
it is.
true in part,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who
Yeah.
said that? I don't know who said. I think Risha told me that you said it.
yeah, I
Yeah,
say
something
pretty
like that.
often,
Yeah. And yeah, dude, I just don't have the discipline for it. I think some influencers have really nailed it, having like a full-time job and like doing content. And like, I think Twinkle Stanley is one of them. Like, she nailed that thing. But I don't think right now I have enough discipline to do that. But hopefully by this year, inshallah.
Oh, so you want to do it?
Yes, 100%.
I think, I mean, yeah, it's not easy to have a full-time job and to do this, but maybe if you just like take a few weekends, plan everything, it's possible.
Yeah, but I freelance on the side as well. So
Okay.
it's like 3 full-time jobs.
What?
I have weekends.
Is this an episode of We Listen and We Don't?
We listen.
You see?
Yeah. No, but like, and the reason I freelance is because sometimes when you're working like in a company, like you're doing all of these like big
And they don't
picture
pay
stuff.
you enough. God, sorry, God.
I will literally shoot you. Yeah. You do all of these big picture stuff, right? You're talking to people, but one thing I don't want to lose is my craft. So I want to get hands on and I want to do like small, like marketing things. I want to keep like designing stuff.
Yeah.
So freelance helps me keep that craft. Like I don't ever want to lose it.
Makes sense.
Engineers are the kind of the same, you know, like a lot of our engineers also do like hackathons on the weekends and things like that, just to like keep the creative juices flowing because, you know, or maybe we just don't pay enough, like to be honest, across the board.
I think you're fine, dude. I think you're fine.
Thanks.
After I know how much you spent on that cover, you're fine.
What
No,
cover?
but I do like random shit like that.
Guys, just for context, Susanna spent 1,100 dirhams.
500. 1,500.
1,500?
She can't give you shit
So
for saddle
1,100
anymore.
is if you want one diamond.
Bro, we're going to go to Saddle the whole year.
What?
Oh, you're not
No, you
maybe
can't.
1 month, 1 month,
30
1
days.
month.
Literally.
30 days.
Guys, this cover, which doesn't protect anything,
It protects everything. You drop it now.
is
I'm
But
fine.
1,000
then a diamond may fall off.
It won't. I've dropped it so many times.
This is 1,500 dirhams.
Yeah.
That is
Also, I did it
that
because
is
like
30,000 rupees more.
30,000.
What does a phone cover say about a person?
He doesn't have one.
I don't have one.
dude, see, I would do
Dude,
that.
this commands the ultimate respect. You could be wearing tattered clothes,
Yeah.
but the moment you use an iPhone without a car, they're like, wait, what? You're using it
I
without a
know.
car? Are you like a billionaire? Like, what's going on? Do you have generational wealth? Like, I'm not joking. I've had people way richer, like incredibly rich, come and ask me this. Like,
Man
how-
said
how-
way richer.
Yeah, that's why
so you are
rephrase.
rich, yeah?
I'm rich in life. Yeah, what covers do you guys use?
I'm the one who'd have like the most bulky.
Nice.
Joel has
Similar.
I have seen Joel's car. It's the gayest thing in the world.
Guys, this is what I call the G-Wagon of phone covers.
Oh, yeah, the
wait,
camera
wait.
thing.
Listen to what I'm saying. You know, you open this, you know how when you close the
He's
G-Wagon or
a
the
proper uncle.
Ouch.
We did that for him because like every time we took like a photo, it was just fingerprints everywhere.
Oh.
And he's that person. His phone is like dirty as hell. And I can't deal with that.
I'm like always.
I'm always cleaning his phone, cleaning his laptop.
Doing what, bro? What are you doing on your phone that's always so dirty?
I'm emailing. emailing. Yes.
What
I'll
about your
send
car,
this to
Shamini? What about your car, Shamini?
Right now, it's a lame cover, but I would have like heavy gear protecting my phone. Yeah. I can't do what you do.
But she probably has like 3 insurance plans for the cover itself.
Wow. First you attack my college, then you attack my community.
Yeah, are you attacking
No,
all
that's
good
not
Jews?
why. I just know you. Dude, come on. I love the good Jews.
I learned too
I
much.
love the good Jews.
Sorry.
That's how this episode starts. I love the good Jews.
I was like, Trump was like, I love the Indians.
Hey, you know, good Trump. Maybe you should do the rest of the episode.
Dude, he does really good impressions.
Yeah?
Like,
Yeah.
really.
My mom
Yeah,
is really good at
so
them,
good
so I
at it.
kind of picked it
Okay,
up from her.
do Sharan.
No, man. Let's go to Saddle, bro. Or Dubai Mall. One of them.
That's not bad.
Oh, God.
Bro, Shamli, like...
I don't talk like this, bro.
You kind of
Yeah? What about Shamini?
No.
It's tough, man. That's really hard.
Yeah.
Do you want to invest in equities?
Oh, my God.
Bonds?
I don't recommend bonds ever.
No bonds.
No bonds.
Mutual fund.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Are you guys happy that Trump is back in power?
What do you think about the Trump presidency?
Yeah.
Look, I don't know. I feel like every person that reaches a position of power has to polarize opinions, right? That's how they win, because that's how you shape a narrative, right? From a business standpoint, from an AI standpoint, I think it's pretty insane. Not because they just announced this like $500 billion investment into AI through this thing called Stargate with like Mayoshi-san, like SoftBank, Oracle, and like OpenAI and a bunch of these companies. And Elon Musk came out saying like, oh, out of the 500 billion, they don't even have 10 billion, right? But then there's some people on the other side of the thing. They're like, actually, Elon, you're just being like a little child because somebody did something without you for once, right? And like all those initiatives, considering that it's like less than a week into office, is kind of ridiculous, right? And I think more than what he what he is, the kind of global confidence that he's inspired into America again versus like it's a lazy administration or it's like a sleepy administration versus shit, America's back. I think that's what it's kind of done, right? And it's back in the news cycles. Like before, I swear for 4 years, I didn't care what was happening in the news over there, like almost.
Yeah, it's like it was dead.
Yeah, it was written off in some...
Yeah, exactly. And like, they were positioned less as a leader. And like a lot of other countries made a lot of ground, including India for that matter, in that time. Like India has done such a great, now we're like, I feel like we went from being like, the customer support hub of the world to like, shit, we are pioneers, we are engineers, we are doctors. And like,
we've got the most number of unicorns coming out. At this
exactly,
point,
right? Like, so, and I think that's like a branding thing in general, because we've always had amazing successes. We just never talked about them in a big way. And I think that's what Trump does for America. It's like a branding exercise that's like insanely aggressive and confident. Yeah, that's what I think.
What about you, bro?
Lesser of the two evils. That's the only way I see it. Like, don't love him, but I guess, Yeah.
I think he's very good for America.
Yeah, probably.
He may not be good for the rest of the world, but he's really good for his own country.
Yeah.
Like when you see mainstream media, the entire thing seems so scary. Like the way they just operate. Like he runs a country like it's like a company or not even a big company, like a private company where he can do whatever the fuck he wants. But like when he was running for president, I saw him on a lot of podcasts, and there he's great.
Oh my God. I saw the one with Andrew Schultz and
Yeah.
he did one more as well.
He did with the Nelk Boys. Dude, he's so good.
So good on the podcast, yeah.
He's so honest, so open, like so...
Yeah. And honestly,
genuine.
I feel like he won because he didn't depend on legacy media.
Yeah.
And the fact that he came out, and I think they called Kamala Harris as well to come on, and she was just like, no, you
Joe
come to
Rogan,
where I
right?
am, and all that. She made so many demands.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Joe Rogan and even Andrew Schultz as well.
Yeah.
But like seeing Trump become like a little vulnerable and like become like one of them is sort of, I guess,
good.
yeah.
Like it was incredible to watch.
Yeah, I mean, he's 78, bro, and this guy is like operating like he's 23. Like the guy's in like 3 different countries, cross country in like the same 24 hours, and like, you know, still going like it's. And then KFC also, hey, like you.
He likes KFC?
He's KFC, McDonald's all the way. Yeah.
Oh, love
Like
that.
on his private jet, there's McDonald's all the time.
Yeah,
Love that
that's
for him.
apparently like, and like that's his diet. Maybe we're missing something. Even like Warren Buffett
I'm
eats
not
like
missing.
McDonald's
I'm
for
eating it
breakfast.
every day, bro.
No, but you get the general like his performance for 78. Damn, I wish I'm like that level of active and I'm 78, like crazy.
But wouldn't you want your leader to be closer in age to you?
That's an interesting question.
No, have you seen people my age?
No, I'm not saying your
Jeez,
age.
dog.
No, not your age.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
also don't want to see people your age.
Oh, are you talking about your age?
No, as in like 78 is very like
very old.
Sure.
Yeah, it's very old, right? The kind of thoughts he has, the kind of policies he's thinking of, you may not be able to relate to.
Correct.
Right?
That is true, yeah.
So someone say who's in their 50s, you'd probably like hope that they're more understanding of your problems as well. Like for instance, in India, we've got like the highest number of youth at this point, right? But people who are making policy and decisions in India are like
Way older.
yeah, like with one leg in their grave. So it's like often you don't think they understand your grievances, your problems, your issues. Like we've got people making tax decisions for a group of people who have like literally like you make a certain amount of money and 30% of it is just gone, right? And you don't see the benefit of it. And people won't ever relate to what you're going through because, like, for instance, my parents' generation, right? They've managed to buy a house, you know, they're happy with where they are financially. I don't see myself buying a house for the next, like, decade maybe. Because,
Yeah.
you know, inflation and whatnot. But I don't think people who are making policy understand that. So I feel like if someone was closer in age to me, they'd probably have the same sort of issues, tackling the same sort of like problems when it comes to safety or whatever. So I think that age makes a big difference.
That is true. I think older people just think we're lazy as a generation without thinking about the fact that our income hasn't like risen, but like everything else has just gone like way higher.
No, even if your income, like what I'm earning now is way more than what my dad would have been earning at the same at the same age, right? Or my mom would be earning. But
Everything
prices,
else, everything else has gone up, right?
Yeah, everything around you. Like literally, like honestly speaking, buying a house in India in a city you'd be, you know, willing to live in has become impossible at this point.
So it's interesting, like if you can realize the power of the young voter, right, and realize it's the largest like voting bracket, and you know that it's important to appeal to them, then surely like policies and everything like that will try to reflect that. I know it should. I'm not saying it is. I don't know. But I think the figurehead is just a figurehead, like as in like your prime ministers and your presidents and things like that. They're the people at the top, the ones who have to do all the press and like everything like that. But we know that there's thousands of people working behind the scenes to make these policies, to do all these things, to like get like the core issues from the like get the core issues from your community, relay it back to one level to the next level to the next. The question is like, whose interests are actually being represented? Is it the people's, or is it like, you know, something else? And I think that's kind of really important to realize. Like, and I think if it's big business people that whose interests are actually being represented, then even if your voter base is young, then money takes precedence. That big amount of money takes precedence over which is what's happening. It's not like what is ideal, that's what I get your point on why they should be closer to your age. But like, you have guys like Vivek Ramaswamy who came in like high energy. I mean, technically even JD Vance is like, you know, Trump's VP is not exactly old. He's quite young. He's actually super plugged into Silicon Valley, which is probably how the whole like thing, you know, came together versus last time, because last time was Mike Pence, who was no plugs to Silicon Valley. This time, all of a sudden, the Oracle CEO, OpenAI CEO, everybody's standing there. It's like not a coincidence. Like he's got a big part to do in it. He was in the VC world or something like that before. And he's very close to the like, middle age kind of a thing, I would say. So at the end of the day, these are just people that deliver the decisions. I think there's like still a lot of,
back end.
Yeah. So I don't know what can be done better there, but I don't know anything about
Would you
politics.
like a world leader who's like your age though?
Should I be the world leader?
No, not you. You don't be.
Imagine he's giving a speech and that
Free saddle for everybody.
Like optimization, digitization,
In the MENA region.
blockchain.
Everybody's like, what is he saying, bro?
And then end every I love the good juice.
And then you come to power again and again, bro. Guys, since we're talking about politics, I had something very important to talk about. Did you hear about Barack Obama's affair?
What?
No way. What?
Yeah, can you guess? Like, obviously, this is just a rumor, but this is coming from a very credible source.
Who's the source?
Paparazzi. But do you know who he might be having an affair with?
Joe Biden.
Biden?
Not that crazy, bro. Girl.
Okay, girl.
Lady.
Hillary Clinton.
No!
Melania.
She's not in politics.
Oh, so is she in Hollywood?
Don't tell me it's Sydney Sweeney or something.
Close.
Oh.
She's in Hollywood. And this is somebody everybody knows.
Margot Robbie.
Taylor Swift.
No.
Okay, old Hollywood?
Yeah, old Hollywood. Like old as in like, yeah, parents.
Meryl
age.
Like
Streep?
Angelina Jolie types?
Yeah, in that age bracket.
Reese Witherspoon, Jennifer Aniston.
Sophia Vergara.
Jennifer?
Yeah,
Jennifer Aniston.
yeah.
Whoa.
That's wild.
Damn.
It seems one of Jennifer Aniston's close friends have come out and said that like they've been dating for quite some time now.
What a shitty close friend.
Yeah, but I read it in a news article. It could be false also, but it seems like there's been
there's
trouble
no
in that
smoke
marriage.
without fire. So
Yeah, it seems there's trouble in the marriage, and they're probably getting divorced.
no, I don't think so. I don't think they'll ever
don't
get
think-
divorced.
yeah, same.
Especially if she wants to run.
Yeah,
She's gonna run? Do you
Where
think
is she
so?
running?
I
I think
feel
she'll
like she
run.
will
Where is
next.
she running?
to the White
Oh,
House.
God.
Central Park, New York.
What's that address?
She's hot though.
Who's-
Jennifer
Michelle
Aniston.
Obama? Oh, yeah, Jennifer.
Not Michelle. She's also good, but like.
She's
Jennifer
also good.
Aniston-
She's also good.
Hey, I'm a girl's girl, like.
But oh my god, that's wild.
Yeah.
I would have never assumed.
Yeah.
Why would you assume this otherwise?
Yeah, exactly. I would have never assumed. That's my point.
Like, I was shook. Like, I had to throw my phone away when I read it. I was like, what?
What?
That's kind of gross.
What did
How
I
is
even
gross,
talk
bro?
about, dude? What did I talk about?
Like, what happened in the 657th Friends episode, I guess. I don't know.
Do you think Barack likes that stuff? He seems like someone,
I like how she's saying Barack.
Yeah.
Barack, he's
This
not
is-
like that, yeah. When he was in our own, it was very different. Barack?
Why did you make me sound sobo? Like, I don't
Barack.
sound like that.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being sobo.
Everybody's
feelings.
offended.
So many feelings.
But
What?
this is something
Yeah.
Shamini also
This is
does.
why they don't let us be
Yeah,
figureheads,
but I
because we
do
have too many
that.
feelings.
So we were going for the intern, okay? Like this is when I was in college, and I am not good with my pop culture, so I don't know who's who, and I just happen to know Robert De Niro, okay?
Yeah.
So someone was like, "Oh, we're going for the intern, Anne Hathaway and Robert De Niro is in the movie," and I'm like, "Oh, Robert's in the movie," and they're like, "Yeah, do you have his WhatsApp? Like, why are you calling him Robert?" So I have this habit.
Yeah, I do that with everyone. I'm just
Yeah.
like, Jennifer. Why do you have to like? It's a waste of time saying their full name.
Yeah,
It's
they're
like,
so famous, you know what's following Jennifer. So
Jennifer is a pretty common name. Robert is a pretty
yeah,
common
but like
name.
when you think Jennifer, you're not
when I'm
thinking
saying
Lawrence, you're
Jennifer's
thinking
with
Aniston.
Obama.
No, you
You're
could
gonna-
think so many other people.
You said Obama is fine. Obama,
Barack
everyone knows.
is not
Barack
fine.
is...
Why? Why is it not fine?
just
Okay,
say
who
another-
comes to your
say
mind?
another famous Barack.
There isn't
Barack
one.
Mohammed. I met him in Saturday yesterday.
Oh god! But did y'all have this thing where so on my Instagram after the election I was suddenly following JD Vance. Okay, I wasn't following him before. Did you guys also have that thing?
No, I followed him. I think when I found out that he was a nominee,
Oh yeah.
I think.
Okay.
I
I was
only
just
follow one
automatically.
person, and that's Bernie Sanders.
Fair.
I love that dude.
There's this take that you sometimes you lean so far left that you actually lean right. Actually. Or you like the far left and far right have far more in common. Like it's something.
Yeah.
that
Oh
just-
yeah.
I don't know. There's like these takes going around, but
Yeah, dude. But everyone thinks he's just like a commie. So He's a cute little man
Oh, he's cute. That's fair.
with the mittens and everything.
From the COVID times.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
What do you feel about Trump, huh?
Okay, that
Yeah,
sounds
actually,
scary.
he didn't say.
Yeah.
Dude, he's getting
Are you
Because
trying to
I
get us
cancelled.
cancelled?
No, because I'm asking all the questions.
No, he likes Trump.
I like Trump.
Yeah.
I like Trump also. One of the main reasons I like Trump is because I was born and brought up in Russia. He has like great relationships with Russia. Like he knows how to handle Russia in the right manner instead of all the ways these idiots handle Russia.
That is true.
In fact, he even came out and said, I mean, he also says a lot of insane things, but like it only sounds insane because you only consume one type of mainstream media and they all have a specific agenda. He even came out and said that, the Ukraine-Russia war could have been avoided if Zelensky just had a conversation with Putin and if there could have been peace talks instead of like
Yeah, there could have been a dialogue, yeah.
yeah, there could have instead of thousands of people dying. But like there's a part of the Western world who doesn't want that dialogue. Like, like America wants that war. It's not like Ukraine was ever going to be part of the European Union or NATO was taking them. It was just an useless war just to spread a certain narrative that Russia is a rogue country.
Yeah.
Like, that's why it's so important to have had those last 4 years because a lot more countries have now come to the fore. Like now India is such a big player.
Yeah.
China's always been big, but I mean, you never know what's happening with China. But even Russia having that kind of power over Americas and I mean, the decisions they take, I think it's...
No, I don't know any of the history around this, but Jaishankar is like such a G, bro.
I
Like,
love him
he's such
so
a
much.
G. Like, I think he's like
He's
so
the
foreign minister
of India.
in India.
Jaishankar is the foreign minister of Russia.
No, he's
It's
really
Jaishankar.
good.
I
You
know.
should see his
Jaishankar
interviews.
is-
I like his.
What
I
is
know
it?
like one person and that's Nirmala Sitaram.
No, the wrong
She's the one who
person.
taxes all of us.
Yeah,
Ma'am.
she's the one who's taxed caramel popcorn.
Yeah,
Oh
that
my
whole
God,
popcorn
bro.
thing. It's been all over my feed, dude. Like,
Taxing caramel popcorn? Maybe it's not
No,
bad
so
for health.
caramel popcorn is 18% GST. Salted popcorn is 5%. The reason why caramel is so much is because so it becomes from a savory, it's become a sweet
namkeen
product.
ho gaya isliye.
नहीं, नमकीन पहले था. Namkeen is savory.
Yeah, that.
ये
and-
बहुत sweet है, so
Yeah,
उसके
no, and
पास
'cause you're adding sugar.
थोड़ा tax डालो.
Because you're adding sugar.
Yeah.
So that's another commodity.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that's why she's taxed it at 18%.
But I mean, net, is that really a bad thing? Like that
Bro,
caramel
it is
Being
popcorn?
already
taxed, yes,
so
being taxed is
expensive.
bad,
I want to
yes.
tell you, like, there's this whole reel, okay? I think DMK or someone posted this. It's like she's talking about how, like, the Indian rupee is falling like crazy, right? Like,
Yeah.
crazy. I think, like, it was at one point, like, one dirham was like 13 rupees. Now, 1 dirham is like 23, okay?
Yeah.
Like, it's
Wild.
that bad. And she's like, oh, I wouldn't see this as the Indian rupee falling. I would see this as the dollar strengthening. And then
Yeah.
it's like Superman music.
Dude, she's crazy. She's literally cuckoo. The things
God.
she says is like this is
Yeah.
one example. I remember seeing this. It
Yeah.
is so stupid. Like you said, right? The dirham was 13 at one point. I remember buying dollar at 40. It's
Oh my
86 now.
God.
Damn.
Yeah.
Doubled.
It's kind of like Liz. I mean, I don't know how
Liz
Truss.
Yeah.
Man, she cooked, bro. I mean, she cooked and she was cooked. Like, I mean, like literally the whole UK government or rather the UK economy was in free fall because whatever her government came up with was
Yeah.
just so bad. And within like, I don't know, how long was it that she was even in office? Wasn't that long. And then they called the Indian guy to come clean up the mess. Like, let's go. Rishi Sunak, woo. But he's got problems too.
Yeah.
Everyone's got problems.
Everyone's got problems.
We all
That's
got
what
problems.
my question was going to be that, like, given the state of the world right now, which country do you think is the most livable? Like, this is something we've discussed as
Dubai.
First of all, UAE.
UAE.
UAE. It's for the audience that does not know that Dubai is a
But
foreign
I
country.
guess in UAE, you'd only want to live in Dubai, right? Would you want to go elsewhere?
To be fair,
I
dude,
don't mind.
like
Yeah.
Abu Dhabi slaps. Like,
Abu
it's
Dhabi's
so
amazing.
cool.
Yeah.
And now Ras Al Khaimah is also like coming up like crazy. They're gonna like build a casino there and stuff.
But even Dubai is getting a casino, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Gaming license.
but Ras Al Khaimah is like more of like a chilled out vibe. And then yeah.
It's, yeah, I would still choose. Because for me, like literally, when I think about countries, it's like economic opportunity, safety, right? Healthcare and like.
But when
family.
I say live, I
Healthcare.
mean like retire and spend the rest of your life.
So here's the thing, right? Like when you live in a place like Dubai, you're kind of living in like London or New York, right? Which means that the cash flow that you need to kind of support your monthly is quite, it will get there, right? So that's kind of the challenging part about living in a metropolitan kind of city kind of a thing. But it's the same case in just about any other, I would say. But overall, for me, that place is still Dubai.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I need a doctor's appointment, I can literally just walk in and boom, like I have it. Like,
Yeah, one of my
that's-
friends like tore her ACL over the weekend. Like it was literally like the ambulance comes fast. There are other countries where people think about whether they should call the ambulance.
Dude,
'cause it's,
yeah.
in
like,
the
so
UK,
expensive.
apparently the wait is like 2 weeks to even get an appointment or something. Because the NHS
Yeah.
is just like.
And apparently in the US, we've seen in these movies, right? Pregnant ladies just like their water broke and
that's
they're
why they move.
driving because ambulance is $2,500.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah, because
expensive.
they're like they don't want
Kids
to.
are-
And
worth
it's
it.
not, you can't claim it in your
Yeah.
insurance apparently.
So they're like crying and like.
And let's
Yeah.
be honest, when you're at the age of having a child, let's say, like, you know, you have people in investment banking and like all these big careers, but like most people are not, right? So it's like when you're like 29, 30, let's say, hypothetically, and you're going to have a kid and you have so many expenses coming up, you're going to spend $2,500 on like a car ride, like basically. That's the way they're thinking
Yeah.
about it. And it's horrible that they have to.
And
which
apparently,
is why
birthing the
places-
child alone is
Yeah.
like
Very
$20,000 and stuff.
Did you
And it
spend
goes
that?
up.
$1,000?
No, even more.
But that
20,000.
at least insurance covers.
Yeah,
Like the
a part
ambulance,
of it, yeah.
you can't like
You can't.
claim.
Yeah, there's so many people that are in debt because they wanted to have kids. But I think interesting, like JD Vance came out saying, we want more babies in America. So I don't know what he's going to do about the whole, yeah.
Yeah.
They can come adopt some from India. We want less babies here.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Highest populated country.
Yeah,
right
and you can
now?
feel it. Honestly, you can feel it.
Really?
Yeah. Because that's why no policy is working, right? Because there's no one to administer it. Like
Oh
there's
my
so
God,
many
yeah.
people. Like what is your police going to do, for instance? Like for every...
The police are really funny, bro. Like when she's saying that, like I have first-hand experience. You file a complaint today, 3 months later they'll randomly call you. Bro, that information you gave that day was wrong. Can you tell us? Then they will call you 6 months later. Like the case will go on forever.
Yeah.
By the time you'll forgot why you filed the complaint. It is that slow.
You know
Yeah.
what they need?
It's not about being slow. It's just that they're not enough numbers.
the
Like
system.
even with courts and like litigation takes so much time in India because look at the number of judges you've got. There are not enough people to do the work, and it's honestly like our population is our biggest issue at this point. Like you can't like even your tax benefits, you can't see any of it because literally like
Yeah.
there's so many people that you will never like by the time it reaches you there's like very little benefit left. It's sad.
Have you heard of this company called Do Not Pay? Sorry, random. But basically, like, because you're saying like the back office, the admin stuff is like very
Yeah.
like clock.
Yeah.
Sorry, the the admin is very hectic.
Yeah.
What Do Not Pay did was like they created a website where you could basically enter your parking file case or something like that, and it'll basically like keep spamming the like how you say the court people until they give you their refund on like whatever parking ticket that was not correctly issued or whatever it is.
Is
Right
in the UAE or?
in the US, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, in the
So-
UAE, you don't have to worry, dude. Like everything
Yeah,
is like
that is
you get into an accident, it's like on your phone, you file like an accident report. They'll call you that day itself.
Yeah,
and-
we got into an accident in Saddle yesterday.
Yesterday.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
What did you hit, Sharan?
No,
We
I
didn't. We were like nice kids sitting in our car
they
waiting
hit
for
you?
our acai. This guy, okay, we're in this patrol or whatever. So we've parked.
Yeah.
There's a parking space next to us which opened up. This guy in another big car, some Lexus car, has come, whacked our car, parked, and he's in his car. He's not getting out to apologize or anything.
Oh, God.
And then we're like, did we like just dream this situation up?
Yeah.
Like what's
he
happened?
gaslit Afzar into thinking that nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Because he hit the car, he parked, he rolls his window down. Afzar is fucking angry because it's his nephew's car. And he's like, all good? All good? And Afzar is like, did he not hit me? Like, what the hell happened? Then we got down, he actually hit us.
Wow.
Then Afzar called the police, and then the police is like, you just have to use this app to
Yeah, the app,
put
like-
this thing.
Yeah.
And then by the time he was doing this, Afzar is like, maybe just like, let's just take money from him. So he asked for like some 500 or 300 dirhams because it was not that bad. So then, then he just gave us.
Okay, wait, what you said and what she said sounds very different because the way she said the whole script, that's not a 500 dirham damage.
No, I mean, there was
she exaggerated.
I was storytelling.
Xaviers. Again.
No, but in India also, actually, surprisingly, this system is quite well.
It's good.
Yeah. So we've got these centers called Akshaya centers where you go and you file a GD entry telling them that this is the car that hit me, this is when it happened. But you really just need to be smart and have the person who's rammed into you need to have their number plate. That's it. So you take a picture and it's done. Like in a day, you get your insurance approval.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't been to India in a while.
Honestly, actually, India has these centers. It's just that because you have so many people helping you in India, you're not the one actually going and doing these things. So you don't realize.
Yeah.
But because I was hit recently in India and this guy just flew onto my windshield. It wasn't my fault. I'm a good
Did
driver.
Did he fly on your windshield or did he just like hop on?
No.
Bro, she dropped me.
Storytelling.
She dropped me.
Yeah.
And then I'm getting into my building. I hear this big crash. I run out of the building. There's a man lying looking at me like, hello.
Someone's putting the wiper on like.
No, I'll tell you what happened, okay? So Sharan's building, the exit, okay? It's like a blind exit. You can't see what's happening. So
Okay.
you wait at the gate to make sure there's no one coming on, right? So I'm waiting. But this guy, and I've seen this guy, okay? I'm like, okay, he'll brake. His speed just kept increasing. And it wasn't like, I didn't have time to reverse back into the gate. And he rammed into my car, like the front wheel of my car, and he was on a bike. So he flew onto my windshield, his phone, everything. His phone stuck in his helmet.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I'm just like, bro, like what the hell, okay? And because of the way it happened, I knew he was drunk. There's no other way. Like, because if you were sane, you would have stopped.
Yeah.
There was enough and more time for you to stop. Like, he's seen me from 100 meters away.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so he's on my windshield, we get out and like he's fine, all of that. So I asked him like, are you drunk? He's like, no. I was like, okay, then I'm going to call the cops because this is not my fault. He's like, yeah, okay, call the cops. So I told Sharan, wait 5 minutes. If he says he's still not drunk, we'll call the cops. He said, no, I'm not drunk, you call the cops. So we call the cops. After we call the cops, he's like, Acha, I've had 2-3 beers. He's like, do you have a problem?
Oh my God.
We're like, we don't have a problem. No, but this is exactly the conversation.
Yeah.
He's like, do you have a problem? I'm like, I don't have a problem. Do you have a problem? He's like, yeah, I've had 2-3 beers. Is it okay if I go? I was like, bro, I've just called the cops.
Oh God.
Because you can't even call the cops and then say, oh, there's
Back
nothing
out.
now.
Yeah.
But then we let him go. I felt really bad. He works at like Cochin Shipyard or something. Must be barely
Give
making
his
any.
name and his whole thing also. Let them go.
It's fine.
It's fine. He just jumped out of my car screen.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
No, but I don't understand when someone's telling you it's okay, just like,
Yeah.
like let's settle it, and you're saying no, call the cops. Then I mean, you're being stupid, right? But,
Valid.
yeah.
Did you get that drunk on beer? It's crazy.
Happy high.
That's crazy.
Facts.
But
No.
yeah, his bike wasn't working after that. Poor thing.
I mean, there are certain systems in India which I feel like is better than anywhere else in the world, like UPI payments.
Oh my
I
God.
was gonna say it.
UPI is so wild. I remember the first time I used it, I'm like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
UPI is too good.
I mean,
Why do
this-
they not introduce it like in Dubai and stuff?
we have Ani Pay now.
Yeah, we
Shout
have
out.
Alipay.
Yeah,
Instant
yeah.
payments.
They just like introduced it.
So what, like my Google
You
Pay
just-
will work here or what? what's
Okay, so
this?
there's no such thing as Google Pay and stuff. If you have a UAE bank, you just have to register for like Ani, and then you can like do
It's the
mobile
same
transfer.
thing. We register for Google Pay. That one time you register and then it works.
You need a
forever.
bank that's integrated with Ani though.
Yeah.
It's not an app.
Ani is what, ANI?
ANI, right?
AANI.
No, it's ANI, I think.
Brother.
Okay.
But
Come on,
apparently,
bro.
even Google Pay and stuff, UPI has started working in the Middle East, in France. Like they had some sort
No,
of
Google Pay works
activations.
in like on the tube. I know that like
It
when you
does,
just,
right?
Like,
Yeah.
it works on the tube. It's fine.
Yeah.
Now they're doing WhatsApp Pay, which is interesting. Like in India as well. I think it's coming.
Yeah,
up.
it's
I've
come,
had
but
WhatsApp Pay for like
We've had
3-4
it for a
years
while,
now.
but I don't think anyone uses it.
Very
Yeah.
interesting.
We've not got Apple Pay though. That's crazy.
We have Apple Pay.
Yeah.
That's like the best thing ever. I'm literally going to Google what Ani spelling is.
Can I just stop you for 1 second before you do that?
He's not stopping, bro.
I'm right? That's right. That's right, girl.
Yeah.
Why do you want to stop
Sure.
again?
So sorry.
You don't want to embarrass her. That's
No, because you know what? She has made a full-on story or reel about this, where she's like, guys, it's so men never believe you when they say something. They always Google it after you say it, right? Just because they want to fact check you. And she did the exact you
So
have it on
what?
camera right
I
now.
Uno reversed you. It's fine.
You rude, and then
We're just making you understand
you
what we
lost.
feel.
yeah, what? Yeah.
and then you realize I had a +4. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. That's right.
Yeah, but whenever you've Google checked us, you were wrong as well.
No proof.
Oh God.
Has it happened though?
What?
Has he Googled something?
Dude, whenever like me or Drishti say something, like, you can see him like just go
Dude, especially you. You come up with like all sorts
Why do you
of
not?
random
Why
shit.
do you not believe when women
Dude,
say things to
Suzy
you?
sees like one Instagram reel and she'll come and tell you something.
Listen,
You gotta be careful what you
Susanna
accept.
and the same person.
Huh?
I do the same thing.
What?
And he checks my
Yeah.
facts every single time.
Tell me
feel
one
like, I feel like
instance.
fact checking is important.
Fact checking is important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this whole episode will get debunked. They'll be like, these guys know nothing. I'm actually impressed. Like I was like, I like, you know,
Yeah, impressed about what?
like how we navigated these conversations, which is very interesting.
Yeah, we were very diplomatic.
Yeah, I think we
think
did all
so.
right.
Okay, tell us something fucked up, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
You gotta
Fucked
sell the episode, bro.
That 1,500 dirhams
Just-
covers not enough.
No, that's.
I think you're right about Travis Scott fans.
Oh, that's insane callback.
Who's that?
Recall, whatever
There's
it's
in
called.
In an episode a long time back, I said Travis Scott is fucking overrated, and his fans are crazy.
So I'll tell you something. Everyone shits on Taylor Swift. Okay, I don't love Taylor
Okay,
Swift.
Taylor Swift is also horrible.
Yeah, so everyone shits on Taylor Swift fans because they go to concerts and they jump around and shit.
Yeah.
But have you seen Travis Scott fans? Like they'll go like everywhere. They're like, "Will you play Fiend?" And they'll jump around, create like a mini earthquake, and that's okay. But Taylor Swift is not okay.
Yeah,
I think
feel
it's sexist doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
That's my
I don't
hot
think
take.
people. No, it's true because I
Yeah.
don't think people are used to seeing a woman have so many fans.
Exactly, and they just can't fathom that.
They can't.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Now Shan's suddenly going to be a Travis Scott supporter.
Yeah, when I hear it like that, you know what? Fiend isn't so bad.
Nice to meet you.
No, Fiend is still horrible. It's a horrible song. What about you? What's your hot take?
He listens to Diljit Dosanjh. He
It's
doesn't have a
cool.
hot take on.
No.
Diljit.
Now non-music related. Like, what is your hot take in life?
No, hot take in life.
I feel like this man has many hot takes.
His hot
He
take is that
has.
LSC is the SRCC.
No. Stop giving him ammunition. Just let him say.
Mine is so lame though.
What
Just
is
say it.
Say it, bro.
I think it's actually not that hard to be a startup founder. And I think that most people are missing out on alpha because they don't have the courage to.
Missing out of what?
Alpha, dude. These are all stuff.
Alpha is what? Alpha is what?
Like alpha is like outsized financial returns that you could make by being a founder versus not being. Because like, yes, it's hard and most people fail and whatever. But like, I think people give too much credit to founders. Like,
No, but I feel like also a lot of people just don't want to think that much. They just want to go to a 9 to 5, 9 to 6.
Exactly.
then don't work for a startup.
I mean, yeah, fair.
Right? Like, no, but my point is like, if you work at a startup, chances are that you actually do possess the ability to be a founder. And I think that people were like, oh my God, these guys are visionaries, like Elon Musk, like, oh my God, crazy. But the truth is, most startup founders are actually not visionary. They're just like, you know, moving chess pieces. Like that's all that's happening. And I think we give too much credit to the startup founders today, going like, oh my God, wow, 23 years old.
He's talking about someone in particular.
No, I was that guy. I was that guy.
Is it-
I was that guy.
No. I know who you're talking about.
Who are you
no.
throwing shade at, bro?
I was that guy. No,
He's throwing shady stuff.
Guys,
Yeah,
literally,
yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
Forbes article. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to mention that I was on Forbes, but I was on Forbes, and I was 22 actually, to be fair, at the time. But the point is like we give too much like bow to these people. Like I don't think, and I'm one, and I'm still saying like it's
No,
not.
I don't think it's bhav. I think it commands a little respect, obviously, because what you're doing, not everybody is capable of doing because it takes a lot of courage, right? To like put.
Dude,
so
there's
much
like
effort into
actual jobs that require courage, in my opinion. Like as in,
I mean,
like,
obviously, we're going to talk about like doctors and army. And,
like yeah, like you know.
Yeah, but
100%.
like
Would you be a startup founder if you had no backing whatsoever? Like your parents couldn't back you. Like you have no, like you only have the money to sustain yourself.
It's so
like,
interesting, right? I was talking about this with a VC friend of mine, and I was like, dude, like, is it okay? Like, you know, because at one point people would reply to my stories being like, aren't you a startup founder? Like, why why are you going to a nice place to eat, right? Like if I was working as a consultant and going to the same place, they wouldn't have questioned it twice. But like, because I'm a founder and like I'm supposed to be broke as hell perpetually or something like that, like they were like, oh, why are you going to this? So when I asked my friend, I was like, hey, like, is this okay? Like, I mean, like at one point I was just like super conscious about like what I was posting and stuff. And he was just like, Joel, do you think like startup founders are broke? Like there are very like few cases where like they actually came from truly humble beginnings rather than like some made up rags to riches story kind of a thing. Chances are they might have not been ultra wealthy, but they would have been okay, right? Like, and that's a huge thing in the world. If you know that if you didn't do anything today for the next 3 to 6 months and you would be okay, that's a huge privilege, right? Like, and I think most founders definitely have some shape or form of that, either through working in like careers before that and building savings up, or by like, you know, coming from a family where they don't have to provide for the family, right? Those things are like huge factors. And like, imagine if you have to pay like, you know, the rent and like you have to pay the like, you know, education expenses and like all of these kind of things. Like, you know, I feel like it's such a different thing.
No, of course. I feel like that privilege is so important because it gives you that freedom to be able to do what you really want to do. When you don't have that privilege, you have too many responsibilities to think about. So then it's not just, you know, it's not viable.
Yeah. Imagine having to worry about your employees and your family.
No,
Yeah.
but would you still do it if you didn't have the background that you have?
You would never know, right? Like, but I want to say yes. Like, I want to say like, I think like today, if you told me that I'd have to go and work in a supermarket store as my career, I would be like, okay, cool. That means I need to work 8 hours every day, work for this much time, this much, build up this, then like, you know, go. Because I can see the playbook now, which is when you ask these millionaire people like, oh, if you were to go broke today, would you know how to start again? And like, you actually probably would. Right? Because like, dude, it's insane. I think what young people are missing out by working as corporate slaves at like these like big four consultancies and things like that. And then like they make a paycheck for like doing all this like ridiculous monotonous work. And I think as AI comes in, like a lot of that will get eaten up. But my point is like, young people have one of the biggest commodities in the world, and that is energy and like time and hustle and creativity and stuff like that. Post like a certain age, those things like, you know, fall off, right? Like, so when you're at this age, you should not be doing one monotonous task every single day, doing like you should be like exercising the maximum. Like we both have done different things every single year for the last 4 years. Easily, right? And we're pushing ourselves in everything. And like now, you know, people in different worlds, like as in like, you know, different countries, different industries. And like, I'm 26, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I got time to kind of like then build insane, forget the wealth part of it, but like just like pushing your intellectual curiosity to the extent where you're like, you get up and you're like excited to work or you're excited to do things, right? Like, because you're like constantly creating, it's kind of like a content creator in that sense, right? And I feel like most people just want to do the same boring thing again and again because some...
No, I mean, I get what you're saying. And I feel that truly now, because when I graduated college, I jumped into the first job I ever got because I didn't have the financial freedom to like think otherwise. And for me, it was also because my brother was gambling. He was doing the startup stuff. So I was like, okay, I'll probably just take the stable route. And I was at a job so 2016, I finished Xavier's. I took up a job alongside law school. So 2016 to 2022, I was working like full-time job, right? But that gave me the financial freedom to do what I'm doing now. And I really enjoy it now. But had I not had that safety net, I would probably have never taken the risk because I'm not I don't have a risk appetite at all.
So you didn't like post content and stuff back
No,
then?
I used to post. Okay. I used to post, but I didn't think of it as my full-time job.
Okay.
It was just for me pocket money.
Which time are you talking about? Like
that time?
2021, 2022. I was posting, but it was never like, it was just never an option for me.
Yeah.
So, because I've also been brought up in the manner that it's a very orthodox school of thought that this is not a real job, right?
Yeah.
And for the longest time, even I didn't understand it. I was like, because for me, a real job is like working like 16 hours, just being stuck in a room with papers. So I would never understand what these guys were doing around me. But I was like, they're having fun. It looks so cool. And initially when I was just like new to this entire system. I was like, oh, this is nice. It's cool, but where's the money?
Yeah.
And no, because it's important.
Same.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
You need money to survive, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, where's the money? And then eventually you see the money come in as well. And that money, like literally what I would earn in a month as a lawyer, I'm now making by just posting like 2-3 branded videos. That's what, maybe cumulatively like 48 hours of work. Whereas I was doing 16 hours every single day, maybe 2 Sundays excluded.
Wow.
Right? So I think that freedom and that, that the control you have over your own schedule makes a huge difference.
Yeah, like you're working all the time instead of like some of the time.
Yeah, but you're doing it for yourself.
I
And
like
you're
how
seeing the
Susanna
entire
went.
pie.
I like how Susanna went, wow. And then wow is like, I'm going to quit my job today. I'm sorry, Joel.
No. I'm
Time to bring out the guitar again and go on below her
To be
building.
fair, I got one LinkedIn like brand deal. LinkedIn,
awesome.
dude.
That's insane.
So random, but to be fair, Joel keeps telling me to post on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
I hate LinkedIn.
Actually,
dude.
LinkedIn is it's probably the best paid platform.
Yeah. Now I realize.
LinkedIn, Snapchat.
I had like 1 million impressions last year and I got no money for it.
But that's because you're making money elsewhere.
That's true.
That's because you post about your company. I post like myself. I went on a hike, blah blah blah. And
Why do you say it like that?
because like it's
motivational.
Before you could do it, she did it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you don't have to make fun of her.
Fine,
If you make fun of yourself, nobody can make fun of you.
That's my whole mantra. Like,
You don't make fun of yourself.
dude, come on.
You're always like pat on the back.
No, he does.
Yeah.
I feel like earlier
Little bit.
he never used to, but now he does.
Now he does.
He makes fun of himself.
Yeah.
I think you just need to learn to be light and chill about like life.
Yeah. No, I feel like you've over the last 2-3 years since I've known you, your outlook has changed quite a bit.
Yeah, you've become a better person. Sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I was joking. I was joking.
You should have not agreed so quickly.
I never said you were a better person. I just said your outlook has changed.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate
You're
it.
shit.
We'll speak afterwards.
No, now he's like more chilled out. I would say.
I think he started to understand that you can't take everything seriously.
I'm here.
No,
It's our observation of you.
telling good things about you.
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
become like so much more chilled out. Like
Yeah.
a lot of founders I meet are just. I'm sorry,
Stuck up.
they're assholes. Like
Yeah.
most of them.
I think that's why, because like I view it like this, right? Because I'm like, founders get too much credit, and like also like you put them on too much of a pedestal. Like
They put themselves on a
also,
pedestal.
it's because
Yeah.
of the kind of people that I meet every day. They're all 40 plus. They're all like, like multi-millionaires, and everyone's humble as hell, right? Like, because nobody has more money than the other person that they know,
Yeah.
right? Which is kind of like some billionaire somewhere. And then you're just like, bro, relax. Okay, you can go to eat here. You can have this nice car. Fine. So, come on. It's like, relax. Like, nobody is that big. And I think some of the best founders I know are actually quite chill, down to earth, very humble. Yeah.
I want to be like that MySpace guy.
Who's that?
You know MySpace?
Yes, but like, who's the founder?
I forgot his name, but I follow him on
that guy.
Instagram.
Google it, bro.
That
Google
guy,
it.
that guy, he like exited or whatever, and now he's just traveling the world and taking photos. That's all he does.
Oh my God, I would love that life.
Dude, that's the life. Like,
Yeah. So I
seriously.
used to work keeping that in mind. Like work 3 months, book a holiday.
Yeah.
Just do your thing. Come
I
back,
don't
work
care
3
about
months.
building a legacy. I just want to buy a farm or
I
something.
think
but
legacies
I
are
haven't-
bullshit.
No, but honestly, I have
go.
trouble. Like, for me, I want to build something so that my
Yeah.
kids don't have to go through that struggle.
That's fair.
Right?
Yeah.
So I want to have that back. Like, for them to have a backup is
Yeah.
my ultimate goal.
Can I challenge that?
Challenge it.
I think by doing that, you are putting your grandkids at risk.
That's fine. I don't care about my grandkids. I'll be long gone.
I don't care about my grandkids.
Dude, grandkids, you want to spoil your grandkids. Like, you're not thinking about them hustling. I mean, you'll be gone when it's
No,
like
because
time.
yeah, okay, fine.
So-
fine.
It's okay. They'll do mutual funds. It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Mutual
Dude. It's
funds.
okay.
Or you build enough and more so that your grandkids also don't have to suffer.
You make enough, put it as like a
Yeah, you do
fixed,
that. Like
fixed
if you
deposit.
take 3 months off in a year, you will get to do this.
Use
like, don't
that.
worry.
Use the
Figure it out.
interest.
Bro, I'm not saying take 3. Just shh.
What did I say? That's what they said, right? They want to take photos all year around, like do 3 months off, 3 months on.
Why?
How are you making this kind of
No,
money?
I didn't say 3 months off, 3 months on. I said work 3 months, take a small holiday, work
3
another.
months?
No, not for 3 months. But yeah.
What do you think of work-life balance?
It's bullshit.
What did you think about Narayan Murthy when he said you have to put in?
I frankly don't care what anyone of like that height or significance says about anything because it's like very different world. But look,
No, he said
fundamentally-
70-hour work week.
look, you can put a number on it and stuff like this, but I think like if you want to make something that's like an idea into life, it takes effort. Like it takes a lot of work. I don't know how many hours a week that is, and I don't even sit to think about how many hours I spend on obsessing over what I obsess over in this context, like building kennels and things like that. And I don't think like if you are in that track, you should even bother thinking
No,
about
true,
this.
but that's for someone like you where you are seeing the benefits of your effort.
You have equity
Yeah. Whereas
versus employees who
employees
don't have
putting in
equity.
70 hours.
Oh, he said employees.
yeah,
need
yeah,
70
yeah,
hours?
yeah.
So look, this is interesting, right? Like I think employees should be able to put in whatever amount of hours that they want to put in. But the idea is that if they're not gaining as much from being there, then I wouldn't blame them for going elsewhere. Right? Like I think this idea of employees need to be loyal to a company for 20 years and things like that is a thing of the past. If your company is not growing and they're not like learning as much as they used to, then that might be the right time for them to leave. And there might be someone else who will come into that position and be like, wait, I'm learning a lot.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's just like a...
Yeah,
like,
but
you know, kind
this
of
is
a
such a real thing. Like the amount of guilt you feel leaving a workplace. I don't know if it's a thing universally.
How did she... Sorry.
Oh my god.
Sorry, that was from...
He's such a little salty boy.
Oh, I'm 100%.
So it's a little salty boy.
He's a salty boy, yeah. Because he'll keep bringing it up randomly, you know?
Yeah.
He's hurt by it, basically.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Anyways.
No, but I feel like when I was leaving my firm, my law firm, I felt so much guilt because it felt like I was just like, ditching my family and like...
Yeah.
Sharan. No, but they also put that into your mindset, like when you're working for them. Like literally, I was told almost every week that you can quit law, but don't quit our firm. Like,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because also the legal space in India works that way. It's very like competitive. No one's like in good terms with anyone. So I was told literally, leave the industry, but don't leave our firm. And that kind of guilt like just stays with you. It's crazy.
Oh my god. Obviously, I felt guilt. Clearly, I'm still here.
Oh, that you're here because of the guilt.
Because of the guilt?
Little bit guilt is there for sure. No, I'm kidding. No,
More
no.
and more, this sounds like a relationship.
No. It was like when I was like typing my like resignation letter, I was like crying on call with my mom, and she's like, "No, it's okay. So I have like a work number and a normal number. So we'll be fighting in the work number, but in the normal number we'll be like, "Hey, do you want to go to Saddle?" Or
What, really?
Yeah,
dude,
it's
because
actually
like
true.
it's so hard to like separate the
The
friendship
professional
and
and the
the
personal,
work
yeah.
And
thing.
we are friends, right? Like, as in, like, when shit does happen in life, as it does,
I
like,
would
we
consider
do.
you one of my best friends.
Yeah, same.
yeah.
And like, it's kind of like that time I just text a non-work number.
Yeah.
But
And sometimes
do you feel like the relationship, the personal relationship will be impacted if y'all aren't working together anymore?
I don't think so, actually.
I don't know.
100%.
To be
For
fair,
Joel,
it's happened
for
where it
Joel,
did-
100%. If the work relationship is affected, his personal
See,
relationship.
like, I think it depends on how
At
it
least for a
happens.
time frame.
I think
I
it
think for a
matters
bit
how.
will be like
No,
Awkward?
like, I think it matters how these things happen, right?
Yeah.
Like, as in, if it's kind of like, not in the way that it happened last time, I think it'll be fine.
okay. Noted. Yeah.
So last
yeah.
time what happened? You just sent him an email saying I'm done.
Yeah, literally.
Okay.
No
Oh my
comment.
God,
No
yeah,
further
yeah.
comment. I just think that like, okay, this is my thing to anyone in like who's thinking of leaving an organization. I think you should include like people who bought you in that conversation. Be like, hey, I'm thinking about this, and like address the core things. It's not like they're going to try and keep you. Like if they're like, you know what, dude, that makes sense, right?
You don't want it to be a surprise, basically.
Like as in, it just like kind of not about the surprise part. It's more about the dynamic that you have with that person, kind of. Because like let's say tomorrow, like a really big shot celebrity brings you into Netflix, and you're deciding to leave Netflix. You should ideally like give that person a heads up and be like, yo guys, like I'm thinking about this. And then the next day you can send the email.
He's looking at me but talking to you.
I know, but if I knew if I talked to him, he would convince me to stay. So I was just like,
And I still did, man. Let's go. Come on.
Okay, on that note, we close this episode, guys.
oh my God.
Joe and Susanna, thank you for being here.
Always
Thank you.
I better
Fun.
be famous from this. I better
Same.
We'll
Your
try.
influencer career starts here.
starts from
We'll
here.
try.
I think it ends here for both of us.
No. Sharan is very good for me. Like
Sharon is good for you.
Sharan is good for me. Yeah. Whenever he posts me, I get follow requests. I'm like, go for it.
Follow requests, you need to go public, dude. Come on.
Wait,
I
Wait,
am
you're
public.
public.
I am
Oh.
public. I am public. Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, like, I get notifications like follow.
Yeah, it's actually interesting. Like I get that from like famous people in the real estate side, and then I get it from, and it's always like the Malu Christian girls that end up following me from your stories for some reason. Very interesting. And then they just like casually like some stories, and I'm just like, no. This is not
Guys,
how
if you're
it's gonna
watching,
go.
no, don't slide into his DMs.
Don't slide in.
He's not looking for girls.
Yeah.
He's
If
married
you
to his
say-
business.
If you say
Send
do
me
not slide
brokerage.
into my DMs, they will slide into your DMs.
No, it's okay. I need to make my stance clear. Sometimes they just mean what they're saying, guys. Like, don't slide
I'm
in.
glad a guy understands that.
Through shade
No.
of humor.
When guys say it.
Okay, guys, thank you for watching this episode. See you.
Bye.
Bye.